All right, here we go. I think I'm live. I never know for sure. There we go. I need I have a 30-second buffer where I'm not prepared. Okay, I'm prepared now. Hey there, it's Sadie at allnaturalme.com. Today we're going to be talking about the herb plantain. Even on December 1st, I went outside in Pennsylvania and found some fresh plantain growing. So this is definitely a survivalist plant, a forager plant, an herbalist plant. It can be a plant for you. So anyways, welcome. Hey, I was rushing around and then I just freaked out. I looked down and I was like, okay, well, here's my long narrow leaf plantain. Where's my broadleaf plantain? And then I faintly remember seeing something green and chewed up on the floor like 20 minutes ago, and I was like, I know exactly where it's at. My dog came over here. So I only have examples now of the narrow leaf plantain, but I did find one. It sounds like I'm making this up. My dog ate my plantain. Here I am at my broadcast. I had really good visuals, some props, but my dog ate my plantain. All right, so anyways, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So welcome. Today we're gonna get nerdy. We're gonna talk about plantain for the first half. We're gonna drag it out for the first half, and then I thought I would do a 3-card pull with my Magdalene deck, since we pulled Mary Magdalene this week. As soon as I pulled that card this week, I thought of this deck, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice to do a 3-card pull just with that deck? I love it so much. So we're gonna do that as well, because I don't think we can talk about plantain for a whole hour. Maybe. So also this morning I went through YouTube quickly and found some kind of interesting herbs on plantain, created a playlist. That's what those are called, playlists. So if you look on my channel, I have several herb playlists now. I'm kind of making them as I go along. But so anyways, how's everybody doing? Gracie, Katie, do you guys know what plantain is? Have you ever used it? Now, the broadleaf is just shorter and fatter than this. And like I was telling Katie, my dog ate it while I had it on the table waiting. And I don't even think, all the other ones looked really rough. This seems to be hardier than the broadleaf, but the broadleaf is probably more tasty. Oh yeah, you can eat this plant. They're best whenever they're younger and tender, but my rabbits like this plant. You can cook it, you can eat it fresh, you can make a tea, you can make a salve. It's really good for drawing things out. So let me widen my chat a little bit. Whew, if I seem out of breath, it's because I was having a marathon right before I came in, trying to get all the rabbit litter boxes cleaned out before my broadcast, because I know myself very well, and I know that even if I say I'll do it afterwards, I will not. Okay, so you never used it. Okay, but do you recognize it? How about that? Now, the reason I even found the broadleaf one that I don't have to show because my dog ate it, the only reason I even saw it is because I recognized one of the dried seed heads. So now these seeds are edible. They're completely dry. They look different when it's not, this is really full of seeds. They have those long spiky things. So we'll show pictures. Is this a seed head? This is a ton of seeds, more than I've ever seen on any of them, but it was coming out of the narrow leaf one, so I guess they can get that big. But that's the only reason why I found the other one. So hi Angela. Oh yeah, people think it's a weed. This weed is, wait till you get to know plantain. You will never look at it again the same way. This could save your life, truly. If you're in a survivalist situation, because you can eat it, and it's antiseptic, and it can be used as a bandage, so it's really interesting. I think so, but I'm a little nerdy. So everyone's saying hi. Katie might recognize it. Maybe. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what. You'll probably recognize it this spring. You'll see it somewhere. But the way you can tell what it is that it has these ribs on the back that kind of, they're pretty prominent. That's one characteristic of it. It's usually reddish down here at the stem. This one's, the other one that my dog ate was a great example. Whenever you pluck it out or like break there's usually little stringies on it, which you can't really see. I mean, this leaf went through a frost. It still smells like plantain. Just smells like very green. Whenever you cook it for a tea, I always just think it tastes like boiled vegetable water. But yeah, they all have these up and down lines. So we'll dive in, we'll learn a little bit more. Now what was funny was when I was putting together the YouTube playlist, I laughed so hard because halfway through the one video, this guy like really started like whacking down like bunches of plantain, and I was like, boy, you're getting that harvest on. What's that all about? Like when I pick plantain, I'm like, plantain, thank you. I'm picking like individual leaves. He was like just grabbing by the bunches and harvesting so much. And then here it was for his rabbits. So of course I was like, that's hilarious. Of course I would find the video that had the guy that had the rabbits. And then so at the end of his video, he was steaming up some of his plantain, because you can steam it like spinach. And he was eating it, and he was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then he says, but you know what? I know why they call this survivalist food. And yeah, I know why I'd rather feed it to my rabbits. So it's probably not something you're going to fall in love with, but it's good to know about, right? Like, what if, right? What if the world went to chaos and you couldn't go to the grocery store and all you had to eat was in your yard? Sorry, Survivalist Sadie just had to come out and ask you that, right? Wouldn't you like to know what you could eat, you can and can't eat? So learning some foraging skills is really important, and you can use these things as medicine. So between eating and medicine and just even itchy bug bites, right? Who doesn't want to know what to chew up? Chomp, 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 and put it right on the bug bite. Yes. Yeah, start paying attention to the plants. They'll make themselves known to you, and you'll learn each plant one by one. You know, like all of a sudden you'll be like, holy, holy, holy. Everywhere I turn around, there's this plantain stuff, right? Like every time I turn around, I keep seeing these plants. And probably what you'll notice first is the seed heads, I'm guessing. Like if you ever walked through a lawn that should have been mowed a week ago, like these are the things that whack your ankles and you're like, dang it, it's not like he's whacking my ankles when I'm walking here. It's these things. It's these seed heads. They're like on like a pointy wand. Okay, so anyways, also while I'm pimping myself out on anchor.fm, I did talk a little bit about plantain because Osceola Oracle called in and said, what plant can I eat next? I'm tired of the dandelions. So this is one that you could eat. Of course, this isn't a very good picture, but this is the broadleaf. Okay, today, it'd be a great day for you to focus. Now the seeds that whack your ankles when you walk through the field, these seed heads, they're a lot like psyllium husk, like dietary fiber psyllium husk. So they could be used to help you poop or just give you a feeling of fullness even, right? So say food was scarce. I would start eating these so I didn't feel hungry. Okay, just survivalist Sadie coming through here. So you can, here's another little drawing too. This is like my makeshift card. It used to be a poster and I chopped it up and stapled it onto cardstock. Katie's like, I am really trying to get into this episode, but so anyways, plantain, you guys. Did I read you the poem? Or I don't know if I read you this poem, but if you need a first aid kit, plantain leaves and seeds are it. Chew the leaves into a mash to help with bites and stings and rash. So plantain pools, okay? If you have a rash or a sting or an irritation or stinging nettle, okay? Say you get into some stinging nettle, this is your guy right here. You want to just chew it up and put it right on your irritation. I mean, you can roll the leaf, but I think chew it up. Chew it up. But if you were against that and you just wanted to do this and then put it on, you could. But it's really not bad to chew it up. If you need me to prove that, I will at the end of my broadcast. But, you know, like all green leafy stuff, you probably don't want to eat it while you're public speaking. Like, get stuck to the back of your throat, and then you die on camera, and da-da-da-da-da, you know. You need a field trip to my house. Oh my gosh. Yes. Here in this room, we have our petting zoo with the rabbits. You know, only one at a time. Please keep them separated. Although I think I have one girl and four males, 4 guys, I think. How lucky am I? So anyways, right on your boo-boos. Now, there's a lot of other stuff you can do with this medicinally, topically. You could make a strong tea and use it as a skin wash. One time, my daughter went to a fair, art thingy. Well, they were painting all the kids' faces. Well, didn't she completely overreact? Now, granted, the underlying story is they were using acrylic paint, which isn't supposed to go on skin. So she literally got like a chemical burn on her face. So what I did was, first of all, freak out and try to like hurt everyone associated with that group. But after that, I did harvest some plantain and put it in the Vitamix in the blender and really just get this really strong juice, you know, strained it out. And she herself, when it hurt, could dip the cotton ball in and just keep putting that plantain on her face. And it really did help her heal. It really did. So anyways, plantain, you could put it in oil and make infuse it into oil, and then you can make a salve with that infused oil. So I personally like it fresh is best, but a lot of people like it in the salve form. It's good for all types of skin irritation. It's good for hemorrhoids. It's good for rashes, anything like that. It's really good for that. But I personally think like compresses or a tea or getting that green juice on your skin. It could also help with poison ivy, poison oak, anything itchy. Okay, anything itchy, this is your herbal ally, plantain. So if you want to eat it though, young leaves is best for sure. It's very cooling. It is a little bit diuretic, a little bit expectorant, okay? So it would be good for like a dry cough, an ulcer, GI inflammation, urinary tract infection, any type of urinary infection. That's drinking the tea. So you can make a tea or an infusion. You can make a poultice. I didn't mention this, but you can make a vinegar. That would be perfect for bug bites. Your plantain infused vinegar, apple cider vinegar. You can eat it, you can infuse it in oil, and then with that oil you make a salve. Bam. All right, so what else can we find out? There is a beautiful, now I forget the name of this book, So I could get a reference. It was the book where she had like the 7 or 13 edible weeds that are all over the world, that I probably do want to buy that book. But her prayer for PLANTAin was, may PLANTAin promote quality of life for all our relations. Just to give you an energetic idea of the impact of this plant. May PLANTAin promote quality of life for all our relations. So this just says to me, on every level, this herb is good for us. Okay, we can eat it, we can drink it. It'll help us poop. It'll help our skin if we get into trouble. It's really healing. It really, really is. And then, you know, this time of year, whenever things get dry, I said the other day about the air feeling dry. Well, if that affects your throat, PLANTAin tea is a great remedy. So, recap. You can use the leaves for salad. You can juice them. Or if you're super motivated, you could harvest the leaves, dry the leaves, grind it down into a green powder, like the stuff that you pay $50 at the supplement store, this miraculous green food powder. You could make your own green food powder if you want. And then you could have that in the winter time to put into your other smoothies or whatever the heck you want. So the seeds, you could harvest the seeds, or like the one I just chucked in my garbage can. I could grind those up and put them in my porridge or just eat them. They absorb sometimes like 25 times their volume in water, however you say that. So they would really bulk you up if you needed something in your intestines to poop out. There, I said it. I'm a mom. I'm fine talking about poop. Okay, so anyways, Plantago is also, let's see what else we can find out. It's for inflammations of the mouth and throat. So when my mouth was all upset, I could have been drinking PLANTAin tea, and the throat. It's good for insect stings and cuts. So PLANTAin, remember, it pulls out itchy stuff, and it also is antiseptic. So if you get a cut and you want to keep it clean, bam. So it grows everywhere, and let's see, some of this stuff is just too much, but it really is rich in things that our body needs, like potassium, zinc, iron, magnesium, and other trace amounts of the minerals that your body needs. It's got that mucilage stuff that soothes all the membranes, and that makes it astringent. So get it while they're young. It does diminish as the plant ages. Woo! So it soothes all this irritation in your digestive tract, in your respiratory tract, in your throat, in your mouth. This is a good herbal ally, and it's a pretty palatable tea. So it's not something that you're gonna have to like choke down, right? That's what I like about the plants that I enjoy working with. Like, oh, I actually like you. Like, you're not bad at all. So it's really easy to grow. It's probably in your yard and you just don't know it because you haven't looked for it. But once I have a patch of the narrow leaf back by the chicken coop that has no chickens in it anymore. But I just let the whole thing, like, as soon as I realized that there was a line, literally a line of PLANTAin growing, I stopped mowing there just to let it flourish, because it's that important of an herb. It really is. It's underappreciated, 100%. So it does have some antibacterial properties, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic. Just using it in a compress, like you soak the towel in the tea or mash up the herb, just in the compress, it can help heal stings, minor cuts, scrapes, and relieve itching, even from poison ivy, poison oak. Anti-inflammatory, expectorant. It's just amazing. Some research, listen to this. This is interesting. Some research suggests, too many S words in a row, suggests that one of the main ingredients in it that starts with an A, acubin, it may actually help discourage people from smoking. So if you know somebody who's they really would love to quit smoking, right? Like, but it's hard, okay? Plantain tea is something that they could start drinking, and some studies are showing that it helps discourage people from smoking. I don't know on what level, maybe, I don't know. How does that work? Right? I know people that smoke, they've just smoked out their body, right? Like they're really drier by nature. So plantain would come in and like really help moisturize a little bit, like, right? Like put that mucus, like slime back in your mouth. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. So let's see what else. This tea is actually gentle enough to use on your eyes. So if you have irritated eyes, puffy eyes from overexertion, or like you got windburned or too much water, too much sun, right? You could put a compress on your eyes, or just soak 2 cotton pads in some lukewarm tea and just place them on your eyelids for a few minutes. Yeah, it's that gentle. So it's really powerful but gentle medicine. That's herbs. There's really no harsh reaction with most herbs. So disclaimer though, I always reach a point at some point in my herb nerd that I disclaimer, hey, don't take my word for it. Research it, look into it for yourself, and everything I say could kill you. It's always such a good disclaimer. So yeah, I think like my favorite way to use this is to grind it up, juice it, and add it straight to your skin. I mean, truly. But I think I would benefit from making some tea every once in a while. My rabbits like it. So when it's growing nice, like I was really lucky to go out and find some like this. Like we have had frost several times, but it's a hardy plant. So you could mix it like with here's a recipe. If you had like a bronchial cough, you could do plantain leaves, thyme leaves, and then elder flowers, right? Going back to that elder. So that would be like a good recipe for bronchial. So there's a few other ones. Here's one for a sore throat: plantain leaves, sage, and marigold, like calendula flowers. So that's getting a little bit more advanced, but even just by itself, the plantain would be good for bronchial coughs, sore throat, asthma, and just regular coughing. Sometimes like when someone's like coughing, like they're like just hacking, like you should just be like, have some plantain tea on hand. Like somebody at the library the other day, I was like, wow, you need to go home and go to bed. Like that does not sound good. But yeah, so anyways, any type of respiratory complaints, drink 3 to 5 cups a day. That's what this says. Yeah, be cautious. Always know your herb on a first and last name basis before you go out and harvest it yourself. But guess who does know their herbs? Star West Botanicals, Mountain Rose Herbs. You can find those both on Amazon. If you wanted to get dried plantain, you can order it from people who do know what it is. And then, you would just use that dried herb to make your tea, or a sitz bath. If you had a hemorrhoid and it hurt, you could make a sitz, like a shallow bath. Just soak your butt in there. Or for any type of irritation, vaginal irritation. What else? Just more compresses and tea. It's like amazing how much you can use this for, truly. We really are blessed with everything we need out in Mother Nature. Truly. So anyways, any questions? I did find these 2 little cards in my little herb decks. So I'm starting to just kind of like, as I study my single herbs, like put all this loose information into a folder. And I don't know what the heck I'm studying for, but I don't know. It'll all add up sometime. But what does this little say? This little card's cute. It actually has a hole in it, so if you wanted to put them on a key ring and have all your wild, edible, foraging references. But their pictures are awful, so you'd be out in the wild and you'd be like, I don't know, I can't tell by the picture. But it says the entire plant is edible. They're short and narrow, okay? And watch the playlist on my YouTube if you're interested in learning more. I tried to pick the videos that had the best footage, right? Because like when I was trying to learn what St. John's wort was, like so many older videos didn't focus in. It just was terrible quality, and I was like, I need help identifying, not more confusion. So I really do try to find the best videos for my playlist. You can eat them raw, you can steam them, boil, saute, drink the liquid used for cooking. Okay, so if you boil them, don't put that liquid down the drain, drink it. You can chop it up in soups. That's another good one. Like you would kale or something, put it in soups and stews. You can dry it, you can freeze it. That's a good idea. So if I like to use it fresh, like in the blender, green juice on my skin, which I should. My forehead's going crazy this week. But I live in Pennsylvania, so I can't guarantee that in January I'm going to be able to find this. I could freeze it and then pretty much just pop it right in the blender, give it a whirl, put it on my face. So that's a great suggestion. To gather the seeds, you just run your finger up the spike of the stem. You can eat the seeds, dry them, put them in your baked goods, sprout them in your spices. So very good. And also it says, for an antiseptic bandage, bruise a plantain leaf and just place on the wound. So a lot of people, whenever they would find the wider ones, they would put this under their, if their shoes were rubbing on a hike, they'd put this as a bandage on the back of their heel because it's antiseptic and it would help prevent that blister from forming. So that's plantain, you guys. I hope that you get to know it at some point. Be open to letting it find you. I think making a salve is a great idea too. I mean, if you're gonna make a salve, why not use an oil that's been infused with such beautiful medicine from nature? Plantain. So there you go. That concludes my Herb Nerd segment for this broadcast. For the second half, we are going to pull some oracle cards from the Magdalene deck. We're going to do a 3-card pull just from that deck. So I felt like called to it when we pulled Mary Magdalene the other day. Yesterday? Was that just yesterday? And I thought, yeah, why don't we do that? So you don't bore everybody just talking about plantain. So in the spring though, like I will make these amazing spring salads because everything's young, everything's tender, right? The chervil is growing and all these beautiful plants. And plantain, I chop it up really skinny, but I incorporate that in the salad, no problem. It's a little bit chewier than the other greens and herbs, but if you chop it up real skinny, it just sort of blends in. I know, Angela, plantain, and people curse it. It's up there with dandelion, of those horrible weeds. Well, get over it. Get over it, people with yards. These horrible weeds could save your life. They could improve the quality of your life. So it's a good change in perspective. All right. That's it. So I got the shiny box out, you guys. Magdalene. Oh, she's wrapped in silk. I'm so excited to just be using one, just for a change, one deck for a spread. So we're gonna do that. Just randomly, real quick, Gracie, if you're still here, I finally got to the angel and finished the angel past life regression hypnosis with Alba Weinman. That one was wild. That one was wild. Like, it was way different than the other ones. And it was hilarious too, because I was like, oh my gosh, like, this woman's crazy. And how can you be a puppet, right? And then it made sense at the end that her higher guide was just showing her these visions to give her perspective. But anyways, message for Gracie. I did finally watch the angel one. It was awesome. Then also, you guys, randomly, I did just make a video this morning about a new natural product. I don't know how new it is, but it's called Scent Fill. So you see those Glade plugins, and I don't know what the other brand is called, but they plug into the outlet, but they have like all that like fake like ocean breeze, like just ridiculous perfume chemical stuff. Well, I found this company that makes, you have to still buy the Glade or whatever that other one is. You still have to buy their plug-in, but they make all natural stuff to put in the plug-in. Does that make sense? So I ordered the natural peppermint, but they have a few other kinds, and their website is scentfill.com. Although I ordered it off of Amazon because I like to support globalists, I guess. Yeah, Gracie, it was really cool. But I was worried like the whole way, you know, till she got to like, well, I thought she wasn't actually hypnotized. And then I thought she's just making stuff up crazy, right? But it's really interesting that like from all the ones that I've watched, like they're not that hypnotized for the first half, and then at some point they go under enough that their higher self comes in, and that's what happened to her too. And she's never been on Earth before because she's an angel. So you guys, Gracie and I are into these. Like, they're better than a movie. They're good. So anyways, it was cool. So anyways, wanted to tell Gracie that, wanted to tell everybody that if they do have 5 rabbits in their house and sometimes they can smell them, there is a natural alternative to those plug-in things now. You don't have to settle for the chemical stuff. You can choose between lavender, peppermint, vanilla peppermint, or lemongrass geranium. Or I guess there's a sanitizing blend. When I first read that, I thought it was like hand gel, but that must be a sanitizing blend, which I'll have to look into it. Kind of new to it. And then they have some that are essential oil based, but they don't say 100% natural, so they must, I don't know, maybe they do some fragrance. And then, so check it out if that applies to you. I burn incense, I burn sage, but I can't be lighten up all the time, right? Especially in the foyer, because smells sit in the foyer. I can't explain it, but like, and on the top of the landing too, like you walk in and like if you cook something and you're done cooking, when you go upstairs on the landing, the smell's still there. Like the broccoli is waiting for you on the top of the stairs. I know I'm happy today, hyper, because I've been working and now I have a better perspective on things, and you just have to roll with the punches sometimes. But anyways, plugged in the peppermint, clean the rabbit boxes today. It's all good, and it's Friday. And we're getting ready to pull out the Magdalene Oracle. Here's the back of them. They have the faces. There's actually 2 women laying there with their hair connected. So, all right, let's move the box. I don't know where I want to put it. Over here. Put all my crystals. So anyways, I feel good today. Oh, and I woke up super early and meditated for an hour. Let the sun come in, shine on my face, right? When that sun first comes up, you can have a peek at it, and it's cool. So I sat with the sun, and really went inward. And then even when I finished that angel thing, I still stayed in bed. I honored my body and just kind of had a quiet morning. And then I got up and I was productive. It's amazing how much more energy you have after you give to yourself what you need. Like yesterday, I dragged my body everywhere I went. I couldn't seem to get anything done. Couldn't even figure out how to load the dishwasher yesterday. Like I was really, ugh. Today, I served myself, connected with Source first thing. I'm good. So I don't know why I don't do that all the time. I guess I like to learn the hard way. So, all right, you guys, this will be great. I'm just going to give it a couple cuts and mixes and all right, they're like enough already. We know what we want. We know what's coming out. This deck is so heavy, you can probably hear that. Okay, that's our first card. I mean, it hurts my hand almost. I don't know how it's so heavy. Just the size and... All right. Second card. Third card. Put the deck down. But there is that bottom card that is already like wanting to jump. So we'll just do the, I'll have 4 cards in front of me. That's fine. All right. I haven't looked at any of them. So I was just guessing, do I want to pull them all at once or one at a time? One at a time. All right. The first card is, oh, Inner Earth, Crystals and Mermaids. Well, that's fun. 1, because we're sending love to the Crystal Kingdom this week. And 2, because I just watched that angel video. And one of her stories, she was a mermaid. So that was really beautiful. Inner Earth. I have heard from so many channels, there is more activity below the surface of the earth than on top of the earth. So I'm assuming this is a message about inner earth. Crystals and mermaids. So yeah, when I look in here in this drawing, I see several mermaids, seashells, dolphins, triangle, downward triangle, so feminine energy, a spiral sun setting, very beautiful, and some fractal images at the very bottom. So I'll take a picture for sure. Let's see. So this book, I like it, but she chit-chats too much personal stuff. So let's just jump straight to the message summary. It is time to go inward and to call forth your divine feminine self. So it is time to go inward, meditate, call forth your divine feminine self, who is connected to inner earth beings as well as whales and dolphins and mermaids. So it's beautiful, especially incorporating this into our daily life. It is time to flow with your imagination and your dreams. As you quiet your mind and go within, you just flow. If you need an activity to sort of open you up to that, try coloring some water with dyes and then pour the colored water into clear jars and place them in windowsills of your home. Okay, so if you're having trouble really getting your creativity and your imagination and your dream life, she is suggesting to put jars of colored water on your windowsills, okay, and let that light come in. When the sunlight streams in through the jars, you can just sit there for a minute and imagine the beauty of inner earth. Okay, imagine the beauty of watery landscapes of inner earth. Okay, so that's fun. I love that idea. I love it. She's also suggesting to remember your vivid dreams. Ask to remember. So before you go to sleep, say, I want to remember my vivid dreams. I'm asking to remember my vivid dreams. And then, of course, I hate this message, keep a journal of your dreams. Feel the connection to our Mother Earth by working with crystals. Crystals are living consciousness with many healing properties. Okay, and I'm so glad that we all have a rose quartz that came from the same batch, I guess, right? My house. So I will think of you all, you know, every time that I have my rose quartz. And it's rough because it's raw and unpolished. I have rose quartz that are polished as well, but there's just some type of beauty to the unpolished as well. So another question is, do you feel connected or do you feel a resonance with mermaids? I know I do. I know I did when I was a child, big time. So if so, then connect in with your mermaid self using beautiful turquoise and blue colored fabrics. Adorn yourself with gemstones and shells. In this flow, have fun playing. So yes, this is a message to play and to flow. Just amazing. Now it does go into some more inner earth stuff. Just know that the inside of our earth is teeming with life. The legendary places like Telos and Agartha are real. There is an inner sun within the earth, plus gigantic crystals, beaches, mermaids, and all kinds of animal and plant life. The ancient Lemurians went into the inner earth to live at the time of the fall of Atlantis. Perhaps you are a Telosian. Explore what this card means for you. Whew. So yeah, another message is to release all fear and let go. All right. So if you want to continue on your inner child healing, right, get back to joy. Abandon society rules, right? Abandon your expectations for conditioned behavior. Just release all fear and let go. So I love this card. Wow. That's enough for us from that card. You have added, I needed this. I have been wanting to start writing my dreams in journal and do automatic writing. Yes, sometimes we need a little nudge. Or 100 nudges in my case. Sometimes I need 100 nudges. But I do love the main feel of this card, which is to go with the flow, release fear, and have fun. Have fun. Pulling the Gaia card this morning would be fun, right? Just set the tone for the day. Why am I here? Gaia. Who do I work for? Gaia. Who do I send love all day? Gaia. Who do I bless before I go to bed? Gaia. Love it. All right, our second card. Oh, this is fun because you girls are all my sisters. Sister Saints, and I just said from this card, get rid of that society expectation stuff, right? Sister Saints escape from Catholic school, exposing dogma. Disclaimer, there are some buts on this, but it's cute. So escaping from Catholic school, exposing dogma. It's fun, isn't it? All right, let's see what it says. But I'm connecting it to just going against the grain, okay? Going against, did I go out of focus? Am I still here? Going against what society expects from you. It's sort of exposing religions for what they are. Maybe someday we won't need them. How about their religion of the future will be called love, right? Just let's make it simple. What's your religion? Love. Having been made in the image of God, you are worthy of your own worship. You are a divine miracle, right? Your path has been strewn with so many obstacles. You have mastered a labyrinth of difficulties. So rejoice in your success. Your mastery should never be underestimated. You are claiming your divinity when truth is your master and self-love fills you every day. So you may have picked this card because exposing religious dogma is part of your path. Or perhaps your path is related to communicating the true teachings of Jesus. How about questioning how Catholicism has taken Jesus's messages out of context? Some people intuitively know what the teachings are, the true teachings. Maybe you are one of those people who have a gift for this. So if you do, exercise this gift if you feel it relates to your path. Yeah, very interesting. I also heard, you know, Sananda's who Jesus's higher self was, right? Sananda incarnated on earth into Jesus. So the people that are super connected with Sananda, they believe that he is here again. And he's a boy. He's getting ready to turn 14 this Christmas. So we'll see. It would make sense time-wise that he would be incarnated now. So will the world recognize it? I don't know. As long as he doesn't call himself Jesus, stick with Sananda. But you and I know that Sananda is Jesus. Well, I know. Maybe you do too. So that's kind of interesting. It is interesting how Jesus said this, but then religious made him say that. Like they really did twist it around and they didn't include it, or they misinterpret it to all get out. So anyways, I think this is also a message, maybe a suggestion to watch the Da Vinci Code. I think this one's that one. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's what it says. Follow your truth. Okay, right? Follow your truth. These girls, they escaped from Catholic school to allow themselves to be more fully expressed. Yeah. And there is a Rastafarian man way out in the background of this card waving to the ladies. So remember to stay light about everything in this truth movement. And really, like, I mean, I've been trying hard this week. Don't even argue with anybody anymore about anything, because we're all the same love. We're all the same light. Just avoid the debate, right? It is good to expose truth, but at the expense that you're fighting with people, probably not. It's probably more effective for you just to radiate your light and show your love through your actions. Okay, you guys ready for the third card? Here we go. Third card. Gaia's womb chakras. This is Isis, mother of the world. So Gaia has been laughing this whole time as Katie's talking about how she pulled the Gaia card, and And I'm loving Gaia, and we're loving Gaia, and she's laughing because her card was just waiting to be pulled. So Isis, mother of the world, Gaia's womb chakras. Womb chakras. Give it a try. Womb chakras. So she's a beautiful goddess. She's got a spiral in her chakra, lower chakra area. There's another beautiful goddess coming up here. There's a man and a woman down here. It's a really interesting card. I'll look forward to taking pictures of these and putting them up on allnaturalme.com for you. So Isis, mother of the world. Usually when you hear the word ISIS, you think of the terrorist group. But isn't that funny how they chose that name? And the other day I was thinking about cancer in the body. How they chose that name as, like, you know, it was a zodiac name before your ailment. Like, and then I started thinking, well, what power were they trying to take away from the Cancer zodiac? Like, do you know what I mean? I think like this. Like, so if Isis is mother of the world, like, using that name, they're trying to belittle her power. Right? So using the name of Cancer, they were trying to belittle that zodiac. Like, I just always sometimes like find myself thinking like this. Sounds like me. I stopped going to catechism. I didn't like it. I don't understand the Catholic religion. I went to a Catholic school for 7 years. It was a small private school. I have like no bad memories or anything. And today I love Mary, but I'm not a Catholic, right? I'm not giving money to an organization that protects pedophiles. I will not. All right, so anyways, divine feminine angels are holding space for the opening and healing of Gaia's womb chakras, which are spread throughout the globe. So she has chakras on her planet body. The dark forces have purposely proliferated war, strife, fear, and suffering over the physical areas on the planet that are the actual locations of Mother Gaia's womb chakras. For example, hi Best Dunker. For example, hi Best Dunker. For example, Syria is such a place where war has been the theme for thousands of years. This has been by design in order to suppress and keep closed Mother Gaia's womb chakra at that location. So you're like, why the hell are they bombing that place? Really? Wake up. There are forces on this planet that do not want humanity to ascend. So they perpetuate fear and war at specific places on specific dates, sending armies of men to basically be sacrificed at these locations. I know it's dark. For such a pretty deck, this got dark quick. So a new location of fear now centers around Japan by the nuclear scare of the Daiichi nuclear power plant. Japan is an area of Mother Gaia's womb chakra energy. So start to question everything, everyone. Anyone else here in the chat? No, they're sending love to Gaia in the Crystal Kingdom. So many light workers, with the majority being women, have held space for the healing of Mother Gaia. As these women in current times go through their personal womb healing, their own personal clearings to repair the damage that has been inflicted on their womb chakras through many lifetimes of sexual abuse or oppression by cultures, that suppressed womb energy is released. So remember, when we heal ourselves, we heal others, and that does include Gaia. That helps Gaia. Every little bit of love you can send to the planet, all your healing work is helping her. So this highly potent divine feminine energy is ripe for creative expression. As healing of the divine feminine and Mother Gaia continues, the creative forces of the planet and all its sentient life will expand exponentially. Gaia tried to kill Zeus and Kratos, but what were they doing? So Earth is a 60 million year old planet. Accurate galactic history is now available. It is important to have a sacred, neutral perspective about our history on this planet and not place blame. Hey, I think there is incredible healing energy when we come together and say, hey, were you there? Was I there? Then we don't actually know what happened, right? Like, all I know is what I want to have happened. So I'm not here to figure it out exactly history-wise, but I am here to help create a new Earth. Also, we should exhibit a true and deeply ingrained sense of appreciation for the light warriors and their trying journeys from war to peace. So yeah, you guys, let's try to come together. Although sometimes I see light workers trying to come together and it just fails. Oh my goodness. So it's really, though, interesting to think about Gaia having her own chakra system, right? That's kind of makes sense, right? You have a consciousness. Gaia has a consciousness. You have chakras. Gaia has chakras. So the original plan, according to this book, the original plan for Gaia was to be a 7th dimensional galactic seed planet with 200 womb chakras for the purpose of hosting a myriad of life forms from humans to animal to plant. However, Gaia's womb chakras have been manipulated by the forces of darkness beyond the light force's ability to influence. Okay? As a result, much damage to Mother Gaia and all sentient life has happened in her history. So yeah, Gaia has suffered from the wounds of war immensely. Okay, just as people, just as animals have. She feels it too. So the unending symphony of the angelic spheres of bliss and unity, that is the destiny of our Earth and all of her inhabitants. Gaia will be restored to reflect God's original intention for this planet. And that's where we're at now, the ascension of us moving up in dimensions. Yeah, so soon, harmony and peace will reign forevermore. Isis, our cosmic mother, will be safe and she will be sovereign and free. So somewhere on this image, I guess it's to be found to be Mount Fuji, and Mount Fuji is one of the 12 major chakra points on Mother Gaia. So Gaia's got 12 major chakra points. Wow. So this card is about Gaia's divine purpose and how your role in her healing and restoration will play out. Your divine mission is very important. It's very important. How does this resonate with you? How does this make you feel when you awaken to the knowing that you were sent here specifically to help this planet, to help Gaia? Right? So I think a lot of people feel this way, and a lot of people are remembering more and more. So I love it. Another question is, do you already work with the chakra healing of Mother Gaia? Right? Are you doing your own sacred healing? Then you're helping Gaia. I know, right? This deck is intense. That's why I hesitate to pull it out, and sometimes I only read parts of it, but pretty cool. So you guys, we got Inner Earth, crystals, and mermaids. Go with the flow. Connect with that energy of Inner Earth, okay? Be creative. Yeah, I love it. Start to question everything. Start to question why things have been done the way they've been done. Understanding now, pretty much for the most part, I hope, that most everything that's been done by this controlling government and right, it's been done with an agenda. So now it's time for you to escape Catholic school and really start to figure it out for yourself. And then that's going to help you really get motivated on your mission to help heal the planet. We're the ones who are going to help Gaia. Yeah, absolutely. So that's a great reading. I love it. And of course, we got to honor that bottom card. And the bottom card is Angel Matrix, empowerment and determination. And my tones and my ears are off the chart with this. So we can call on the angels. They want us to. They really do. We are surrounded with help as we need it. We should be really anchoring in our own personal empowerment and letting all this information really fuel us to be determined to get focused on our mission. Okay, everyone has a different one, but we all have one thing in common, and that is Gaia. Regardless of everyone's different aspect of their mission, it all comes down to one reason why we're all here, and it's Gaia. So Angel Matrix. Let me just peek and see what else that has. It's beautiful. It's just basically, when I look at it, like here a man and woman stand in front of this incredible orchestra of angelic assistants. So I'm assuming that means support and knowing that you're empowered. But let's see. That's what it means to me. So, ooh, of course. All right. So it does, I am seeing the throne, the sun in this picture, and the Elohim angels of the different rays. So remember yourself as an angel for empowerment. Courage burns bright through your determination. So an affirmation is, I do not consent to the system of domination and control. I write the script for my life. Wake up. It's time to shine the light of your soul onto everything that you say and you do. Live passionately. Live with bravery and depth. So as we're talking about the dark forces, the angel matrix comes through to tell you, yes, more angelic grace, absolutely. Stop consenting to this system of domination and control. Just stop participating. Just stop and wake up and really start to do everything with love. Say everything with love. And think everything with love. And tell your dogs to zip it with love. They're crazy. I love them. But still, guys, no. Nobody's here. Well, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. So anyways, you may have picked this card because your old soul has had a long and challenging journey. You may have completed tons of karmic clearing and soaked 100 pillows with your tears from all the shadow work you have completed. I kid you not. So congratulations, light warrior. A commendable feat. Your ascension is assured. Welcome home. You are standing before the angels. Well, I love that. I love hearing that. Right? I do love that. So anyways, this does kind of go into more talking about the matrix that we're in, that has been feeding off of our negative thoughts, our fear, okay, this virus, this fear virus. And then we add to it every time that we're negative, right? Or every time, you know, you're playing a part in it. You need to stop consenting to it. You need to be brave and stop this energy harvesting. And the way you do that is through disciplined thoughts that are positive, constructive, and creative. So the way we dismantle the matrix is through love and light and creativity and happiness and joy. Your new healthy patterns of behavior will bring more light into your body every day. Okay? There are no victims here, just humans making choices not based in love. Be the love that you are seeking. Okay? It is getting time, very near the time, for a planetary shift process that will demand your positive choices for your soul's ascension. Okay, that's why we don't run from fear. We look fear straight on. We shine light, we shine love, and we know that our souls can thrive. Okay? We're just not going to survive, we're going to thrive. So I love this lineup, you guys, and I love you so much. Holy moly. Inner Earth, Crystals and Mermaids, Sister Saints Escape from Catholic School, Exposing Dogma, Isis, Mother of the World, Gaia's Womb Chakras. And then on the bottom of all that was the Angel Matrix, the different rays of the Elohim, just really saying congratulations and stay focused and make sure you're thriving, not just surviving. Okay, like it's good to know about the dark forces in the matrix and how they energy feed off of us. Great, we know that. Now let's get over it and get happy and get back to the business of love and harmony and peace and joy. Right? Get back to the business of having fun. It'll help us get the job done easier than if we were all serious and brought down by the information. So it's good to know the information so you're aware of what you're dealing with, but don't let it bring you down. Okay? We got to get creative and thrive, not just survive. So these were beautiful, you guys. Thank you so very much. Right, even as the sun sets at 3:30 in Pennsylvania now for winter, we have to just be the love and the light that we desire and just rise above, right? Just rise above, even just a little bit, that's enough. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. What did you say, Angela? Oh, you got introduced to all new kinds of stuff today. And Katie says, yeah, I question everything. And Gracie said, ooh, more angelic grace, great card. Hold on, I gotta widen this up. Katie says, I love learning about the parts, and I love all the cards and messages today. Thank you, Sadie. Love you. I love you too. Yeah, spiral up. Exactly. Right? We can either spiral up into better feeling emotions and higher vibrations, or we can spiral down into that loss of power and sadness and darkness and depression, right? So even if you're just at middle ground, make sure you're putting a, ensuring some spiraling upwardness. And that could be as simple as putting beautiful jars of colored water on your windowsill, right? That could be as simple as just being with someone who makes you laugh, right? Or just meditating, or playing with your crystals, right? They have consciousness, right? So you get out your rose quartz and you just be with them and you love them and you admire them. And this guy has been in front of me this whole broadcast. You just take time to love them. So yeah, I have crystals all over the place in front of me. Most of them are down here now. I don't know why. And I have some in my bedroom and then some down here. I guess that's the two places that I spend the most time, chunks of time. So I just have them close. And then I even have a whole line of things that aren't crystals. They're just like rocks, right? Just rocks that I saw that I liked outside. Or like these weird things that sometimes you find, they're like melted metal. I don't know, but they were in the dirt and they're real strange looking. So just whatever resonates with you, keep it near you. Yeah, have a pleasant plant weekend to you too, Katie. So you guys, thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for getting nerdy with me. Thanks for diving into the darkness, into inner earth. Well, not that inner earth is darkness, but we did really talk about the matrix and some stuff that I don't normally do, but I guess we just needed to cover it today for whatever reason. But then get back to love, light, and creativity. So you guys, I love you so much. Enjoy your weekend. For my Singing Monster fans, I'll see you tomorrow on Saturday for that. And then I'll see everybody back on Monday for some more shadow clearing work if you're up for it. We were just commended for doing it, though. We are helping heal Gaia as we do our own healing and clearing. So I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful, pleasant, and plantful weekend. All right, you guys, take care, and I'll see you again soon on allnaturalme.com. So much love to you. So much love. Bye.